This morning, let's answer a question from social media. This is Lama Jigme Gyatso with his naturally curly hair of the Buddha Joy Meditation School. Welcome to Meditate Like a Jedi. This is the Lama you are looking for. This morning, we will chant and meditate and enjoy a lesson or two. But first, if you love Star Wars and you wish to meditate as transformatively as Yoda on Dagobah under the guidance of Qui-Gon Jinn, be sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell. If at any point during the If at any point during the live stream you have a question, there's no need to be bashful. If you have a question about Buddhist or Taoist meditation or philosophy or chanting, simply type your question in great detail in the chat window on the right-hand side of the screen. I spy with my little eye a message from Patricia Louise Snodgrass McGillicuddy. She says, I'm at her handsome son's place. ATM, not sure what that means. Not sure how long I can stay, but I'll do my best. When you go, please sign off like Scotty and say, I can't do it, Captain. I just can't do it. Please give my love to John and Megan. And let's see. Their eldest is Theo. Please remind me of the name of your youngest granddaughter. In the interim, let's get straight to a question. Wrong button. Oh, right. Green is Happles wrote, meditation request, holding love. Okay, I'm not so very deep into meditation. I do mindfulness meditation 1 to 5 times a week, depending on how consistent I can be, but I am a very, very empathetic person, and I do occasionally smoke weed as a part of the meditation, and occasionally I get bouts of uncontrollable love, like brought to my knees crying because I love my cat so much, or even more abstractly, like loving things that hurt me, like pine cones. I walk barefoot on my property a lot, and when I slip up, they can really hurt because it still teach me something, and it feels so worth it. The point is, I can get overwhelmed, like I'll be thinking about the more than one thing and crying over the love, and I literally said, I'm like too full of love. How do I hold it all? Okay, so that's an excellent question. Let's get to it. Serana. Fabulous. I love her chilies. So the Buddha taught about meditation. He taught about the Four Noble Truths, the Eightfold Path, and the 7 Factors of Enlightenment. The first of the 7 Factors of Enlightenment is mindfulness, which is why he taught against recreational intoxication, not medical intoxication, because if you're going to have a open heart surgery, they better knock you out. Of course, that was how they killed someone in the second RoboCop movie. They gave him open heart surgery without anesthesia. So, anywho. But recreational intoxication, I'm not talking about medicinal, but recreational can undermine the contemplative process. Now, does that mean you're supposed to be rigid and uptight and controlling? No, not at all. Not even a little bit. But to maintain the flexibility and being sanely laid back, intoxication is contraindicated. So there's a difference. Not all love is created equal. On one side end, you have controlling in the name of love, which is like making love in the name of virginity. So a lot of people say, I love you, therefore I'm going to micromanage your life. The other end of the spectrum is, I'm full of the sensations of love, therefore I'm going to run in circles, scream and shout, and be completely scattered. The middle point is to be centered in our love, to be flexible and laid back and centered. So, feeling overwhelmed with love so hard that you crash to your knees, weep, and compose poetry in iambic pentameter to a random pine cone, that would be scattered love. But don't worry, today we're going to use meditations that play a note of love upon the harpsichord of our neural pathways. So, let's wrap this up in a big red bow. Recreational intoxication will undermine the contemplative process. Now, before we move any further, before we start the formal practice, let's spend 1 minute on housekeeping. Every day, I live stream 4 meditation classes without ads, health permitting. With your assistance, this channel could help to support the next generation of nuns, monks, yogis, lamas, and even brick-and-mortar meditation centers, each replete with a resident teacher and their apprentice. If that speaks to you and you want to help out, even for as little as the cost as one cup of coffee a month. Simply use your smartphone's camera to capture this QR code. Or if you're old school, simply scroll down in the description area below the video and click one of the donation links. Just 7 minutes after the hour, let's chant. Let us cultivate empathy and enthusiasm by chanting the recitations of bodhicitta and refuge. Oh, by the way, Patricia, this may be fun to chant when you're holding your infant granddaughter like a football and placing your palm over her belly or her chest. May I liberate all beings from the tyranny of hating, craving, and clinging by relying on the Buddha's example, instructions, and students. May I liberate all beings from the tyranny of hating, craving, and clinging by relying on the Buddha's example, instructions, and students. May I liberate all beings from the tyranny of hating, craving, and clinging by relying on the Buddha's example, instructions, and students. We're going to skip the Metta Sutta today and go straight to the practice. So the Buddha taught centering meditation and analytical contemplation. When our mind is like a kitty cat napping in the sunlight on the carpet, that's the best time for centering. When our mind is like a kitty cat having the zoomies, that's the best time to practice contemplation. Now, we do not practice contemplation as a remedy for mental energy, but as an application. Mental energy is not a bug, it is a feature. But like everything in our body, everything can happen all the time, all at once. Things happen in shifts, and there's different ideal practices during different times. So we're going to practice centered love. Specifically, we're going to practice love's right aspirations, the second fold of the Eightfold Path, with mindfulness and meditation's seventh and eighth folds, bringing the four bases of mindfulness, satipatthana, into the path of loving kindness, metta. There's a myth in Buddhism that if you use enough Sanskrit, Tibetan, or Pali, you must know what you're talking about. Nope, not at all. You can be an idiot with a great vocabulary. Let's relax into circumstantial love, Dhamma metta. During our inhalation, let us silently and mentally recite heartfelt wish. And during our exhalation, let us silently and mentally recite boon for all. We're using the word boon as a monosyllabic synonym for good fortune. What's that? You don't feel a lot of empathy for people's circumstances? Then watch the news. Well, you watch people getting shot or blown up or starving, and you'll feel some empathy. It's 11 minutes after the hour. Let's meditate. It's not our job to work magic. It's not our job to emote. It's not our job to visualize. If all we do is silently and mentally recite these words in harmony with our inhalation and our exhalation and our relaxation, we will make progress on the path. Here's a pro tip. During your in-breath, during your energetic in-breath, sit as tall as you can. During your exhalation, relax as best you can. If you suddenly have an emotion or an intention or a thought or a memory or an imagination that fill you full of zoomy energy, then you can apply that energy by playing with these four contemplations. These four contemplations are not a remedy for your zoomy energy. They're just an application, a way to use it constructively. So here's the trick. If all you do is silently and mentally play with these words, it will influence your intention in the direction of greater and greater empathy. All right, welcome to the live stream. When you have a question about Buddhist or Taoist, meditation or philosophy, simply type your question in great detail in the chat window on the right-hand side of your screen. We're now going to shift gears and relax into physical love, or kaya metta. During our inhalation, as we energetically sit up tall, we can silently and mentally recite heartfelt wish. During our relaxing exhalation, we can silently and mentally recite health for all. Nope, we're not doing magic. Nope, we don't have to visualize. If all we do is silently and mentally recite these words in harmony with our inhalation and our exhalation and our relaxation, we will make progress on the path. We're going to shift gears now from the physical to the interpersonal. We're going to relax into interpersonal love, also known as Vedana Metta. Heartfelt wish, love for all. Okay, oopsie. All right, we now switch gears and begin relaxing into mental love, also known as Chitta Metta. Wishing all beings everywhere great wisdom. Now, some people say, hey, I thought we're not supposed to have wishes or hopes or dreams or desires. Nope. We are not supposed to be a slave to our desires. But the second fold of the Eightfold Path is right aspiration, right wishes, which infers there are wrong wishes. We're going to shift gears now. Now that we're very centered and mellow, we're going to shift gears to being more analytical. And so we're going to explore the four bases of mindfulness once again, Satipatthana, this time through the lens of the three marks of reality, Tilakkhana. Which sounds like I'm speaking in tongues, doesn't it? So we're going to now explore we're going to explore the mental or sita through the lens of stress or dukkha, that we may train in vulnerability. Let us actively explore the mental or sita through the lens of compassion or karuna, karuna, that we might grow in bodhicitta. Now let us actively explore the mental or citta through the lens of impermanence or anicca, that we may grow more comfortable with letting go. Let us actively explore the mental, or citta, through the lens of selflessness, or anatta, that we may make a habit of letting go. Now remember, these questions are rhetorical. And now we switch gears from the mental to the interpersonal, actively exploring the interpersonal or Vedana through the lens of stress or dukkha, that we may train in vulnerability. We are using the phrase, the tie that binds, as a synonym for the interpersonal, and we're reducing it down to just one syllable tie. Vi is a very small monosyllabic word for competition. So competing for the love or the friendship of another is stressful. And remember, if at any time you have a question about Taoist or Buddhist philosophy or meditation, simply type it in great detail in the chat window. We now actively explore the interpersonal or Vedana through the lens of compassion or karuna, that we might grow in bodhicitta. So we lovingly wish that, or we compassionately wish to soothe all the stress of all the relationships of all beings, of all worlds, real or imagined. I need to get up for a minute and adjust my meditation cushion. Oh boy. Alrighty. Let's actively explore the interpersonal, or Vedana, through the lens of impermanence, or Anika, that we might grow more comfortable with letting go. Let's actively explore the interpersonal, or Vedana, through the lens of selflessness, or anatta, that we might make a habit of letting go. Let's actively explore the physical, or kaya, through the lens of stress, or dukkha, that we might train in vulnerability. Let's actively explore the physical kaya through the lens of compassion karuna, that we may grow in bodhicitta. Let's actively explore the physical, or kaya, through the lens of impermanence, or anicca, that we may grow more comfortable with letting go. Let's actively explore the physical, kaya, through the lens of selflessness, anatta, that we might make a habit of letting go. we come to the fourth base of mindfulness phenomena, or the circumstantial. So let's actively explore the circumstantial, or Dhamma, through the lens of dukkha, or stress, that we might train in vulnerability. And of course, we're using the word lot as a monosyllabic synonym for the circumstantial. Welcome to the live stream. If at any point you have a question about Taoist or Buddhist philosophy or meditation, simply type your question in great detail in the chat window. Let us actively explore the circumstantial or Dhamma through the lens of compassion or karuna, that we may grow in bodhicitta. Let us actively explore the circumstantial or Dhamma through the lens of impermanence or anicca, that we might grow more comfortable with letting go. Now we come to our final set of contemplations this morning, where we actively explore the circumstantial, or Dhamma, through the lens of selflessness, or anatta, that we might make a habit of letting go. Remember, lot is just a monosyllabic synonym for circumstances. Or at least that is how we are using it in this context. Let us close our practice with 4 brief chants, beginning with universal liberation. May I, like the Buddha, master the Eightfold Path as well as liberate all others. Quick edit, because what's life without a few edits, I ask you. Now turn our attention to the ethics of kindness. May all beings practice of kind communication, conduct, and calmness for spontaneous and uncontrived. Now let us turn our attention towards auspicious rebirth. May each being take auspicious rebirth, master the Buddha's path, and then help all others do likewise. And finally, let's conclude with the 4 immeasurables. May everyone be free from stress, may everyone be happy. May no one be separated from the happiness. May everyone have balance from the tyranny of hating, craving, and clinging freed. If you feel that I have earned it, do type something in the chat window. Give this live stream a thumbs up and share it on social media. In approximately 2 3/4 hours, I would very much like to return to lead this afternoon's meditation class. May you and yours be happy and healthy, and if you are as geeky as me, this is the way.